Good morning. This is Rev Myron Jones, and I am sharing today on A Course in Miracles, lesson 235. God in his mercy wills that I be saved. I need but look upon all things that seem to hurt me with perfect certainty and assure myself God wills that I be saved from this, and merely watch them disappear. I need but keep in mind my Father's will for me is only happiness, to find that only happiness has come to me. And I need but remember that God's love surrounds his Son and keeps his sinlessness forever perfect, to be sure that I'm saved and safe forever in his arms. I am the Son he loves. And I am saved because God in his mercy wills it so. Father, your holiness is mine. Your love created me and made my sinlessness forever part of you. I have no guilt nor sin in me, for there is none in you. I notice how often when Jesus talks about salvation, he reminds us that we are innocent. It is a belief in guilt that we need to be saved from. Since the ego is a belief in guilt and fear, we're not going to get help in releasing this belief from the part of the mind that believes that we are these bodies. But if we keep asking the Holy Spirit to look with us at guilt, we will free ourselves. By doing this, we are instructing the mind to see guilt differently, to recognize it as unreal and unwanted. Guilt is a huge part of, let me say that again, guilt was a huge part of my life for many years. I felt intense guilt for even the smallest of transgressions. As a result, I saw others as guilty as well. These days, as a result of vigilant practice and releasing these stories of guilt, this doesn't happen often. And when it does, I generally find it easy to let it go. Yesterday, however, was an exception. I think it started when I went shopping. I started noticing who was wearing a mask and who wasn't. And from there, began noticing other separating thoughts, and the ego was off and running. I found it so uncomfortable that I just wanted to go home and hide out in my sanctuary where I would be isolated from all these triggers. But hiding out doesn't heal anything. Avoiding triggers doesn't get rid of them. Asking the Holy Spirit to show me a different way to perceive things is the solution. In this lesson, Jesus gives us a simple statement to get to true perception. He tells us to say to ourselves, God wills that I be saved from this, and merely watch them disappear. He tells us to say this with perfect certainty. We can afford to be certain, because seeing guilt is seeing an illusion. We cannot be guilty because we are still and always will be as God created us. We are innocent. And I wanted to speak just a moment from our topic for this section. What is salvation? There's a sentence in there that says, the thought of peace was given God's Son the instant that his mind had thought of war. The thought of peace, of course, is the Holy Spirit. The moment we had a thought of war, that is, a conflicted mind, the answer was given us. Just as we made up the stories of separation, every story of separation that could possibly occur, the answer corrected all those stories. There exists in our mind the script that we're living and the script that represents the Holy Spirit's correction of it. Because both are in our mind, we have a choice as to which we want. Yesterday, I was watching the version of the script that represented Myron's belief in guilt. And I had to make a decision that brought me back to the truth of our innocence. This shifted me to the Holy Spirit's version of the life of Myron, a happier dream of Myron. I also listened to A Course in Miracles all night while I slept. And I dreamed of portions of it being applied to some dream story I don't really remember. Listening to the courses like that sort of resets my mind when it loses its way temporarily. I woke up feeling happy and peaceful again. So yay for that. Thanks, guys. Glad that you joined me today, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.